So, my name's Steve, and welcome to Simple Shifting, the channel where there could be loads of different things going on, or absolutely nothing ever again. I have no idea which way it's going to go at the moment. We shall find out. That's a problem for later on. For today, and most importantly, I'd just like to welcome you to my home. This is it, we're in it. I live in a tiny home, have done for about 6 months now, probably 8 months now, thinking about it. It's a DAF LF45, so if you're not sure what that is, that's a small truck, slightly bigger than a van. So it is a tiny home, so we'll be doing a tiny little tour. Roughly about 18 foot from front to back, and about 7 foot across, and about 7 foot tall as well. If you'd like to see what the outside looks like, we can cut to that so you can see. Or we can't, because I have no idea how to do that. This is my first video, and we'll try it out and see how it goes. So, looks like I worked out how to do that. So, here we are, this is the outside. So, 4 litre engine at the front, 18 foot box at the back, and bright orange throughout. Weirdly, those of you in the UK will probably recognise this as a delivery truck, which means that I can get away with parking almost anywhere for a day or night without being noticed. We'll just assume it's a delivery. So, this giant 22 foot long in total orange box is a complete stealth camper, so super happy with that. We'll cut back to inside, show you around. Hopefully this time I can even cut it at the right time. Okay, so back inside. This area is pretty much seen already, but obviously this is the 2 sofas and the coffee table. Got the stereo and speakers in. This top made out of pallet wood. I'm already building a new one to replace that. It's going to be bigger, it's going to fill this whole gap. It's going to sit about here, but it will drop down into the middle. The foam will then slide in, and that makes this whole area one big double bed. Now, that's going to be the guest bed, because further up, this is my bed. Taking private place up here is Snappy, my little adventure buddy. Tend to go anywhere together. It's sort of the truck mascot. The bed itself is the bed out of my old, when I lived in a house. Yeah, at some point I did live an almost normal life. So it's just a normal bed, apart from a couple of bits of wood that build the framework that it's all screwed into. Now, you've probably been wondering about the weights the whole way through this. They counterweight the bed, so the bed can pull up onto these different level hooks, depending on what height you're on. Obviously, in the day, a bit more space under the sofa, great. At night, I'm probably, well, I did sleep up here for a while before I got some of the other heights worked out and the weights worked out. And the number of times I'd smack my head or crack an elbow turning over or something like that. Ridiculous. So yeah, it's nice to be able to bring that down a little bit. Also above the bed here, got the 2 skylights. You can see out to the stars. You can also open these. Anything you can't do. It's just I need to make them look nice. They look so horrible right now. Eventually they will get finished, and you're probably hearing a lot of eventually at some point, stuff like that. This is all still a work in progress. Eventually this will get upholstered as well. Can't remember if I mentioned that. But that's that area. Anyway, so moving around. Best part of it was a beautiful wood burner. It was being thrown away because it was rusty, so that's been completely free. The flue I did pay for, you can probably see that that's quite new. You can see a lot more shine. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but from here you can definitely see that. Eventually, as well, favourite word, the copper's going to carry them all the way back and all the way up there, but it's just not a priority right now. It's just getting the things to make it livable. Anyway, that's that. Absolutely love having it in here. It's probably a little bit warm tonight in here, but I wanted to have it on and show you guys. Invite you properly and get a feel for what it's like. Moving around them, got the two boxes of wood storage. There used to be a system. At the moment, the system is that's wood and that's also wood. Also, there's some more wood further around. It was meant to be kindling and another wood, but it just depends what I've got and what, how much is there. That's pretty much that area. Moving around then, we've got the kitchen, so the sink, again this one was a freebie, it didn't even come out of a skip, it came out of the skip yard, so thank you. Don't know if I can mention your name, because I don't know if you're supposed to give it away, but thank you. We just had to cut off the draining draining rack that was on there, is that the word? Anyway, cut that off, silicone that in, and it worked beautifully. We've now got this tap is on a foot pump, so you can get literally as much or as little water as you want, so you don't waste anything. You just waste it into the sink. And I so nearly did all the whole washing up. I've let you guys down, sorry. Anyway, storage in this area. It's only just coming together, and there's still a great deal of it. But it's a little bit different, and I like that. I don't know what you guys think. Could probably do with some more, but I mean, it's a bit nicer than just a shelf or a cupboard, so a little bit of a feature there. If you can't tell, the theme this time is black and copper. I'm trying to carry that on as much as I can. Anyway, gas hob, 2 burner. Probably need to replace the jets because they're a little bit higher at the moment. They just can't be turned down much. So you can have burnt or really burnt, depending on which one. But with a little bit of finesse, you can. I will replace those eventually. Moving down, then we've got this oven. This came out of someone's camper van, and this was relatively cheap because you can see that here, this bit's broken off. It doesn't affect how it works, just aesthetically they wanted to replace it, and that worked out quite nicely for me because 1, it was dirt cheap, and 2, I'm left-handed, so I don't tend to grab over that side anyway. Perfect, thank you very much. That then is this area. I have an install which I use to stand on whenever I'm building the ceiling and stuff, so it's got all sorts of watermarks and dirty and stuff. So also, it definitely didn't get borrowed from a pub. Definitely not inside. Moving a bit further back then anyway. So we've got the charge controller and fuse boards. You can see there's a fuse out. That's just for the diesel heater. I just tend to just take it out of it and use the diesel heater in the morning. So rather than keep running the screen and using that more battery, I just take the fuse out. Moving around then. This bit, I only really just finished, or finished this version this week. Eventually this will get a full, like plastic, what do you call it, like shower wall, shower cubicle wall. For now it's just got this, shower curtain, which is fine, it works. All I'm doing is put a bucket in at the bottom, got a giant builder's bucket, run the shower curtain into the bucket. I've been taking the toilet out first. And then there's USB rechargeable shower, so I can also heat the water from the fire, and then pick it up into the shower. That's it, it's fairly simple. This is another one that was free, but then I managed to break it, or it's quite hard, depending on how you look at it. I don't know. I quite like the way it turned out, but literally only broke that last week. It'd been in here for 8-9 months. I've been living here, and like the week before I put it up, I just moved something and it just fell over. But now it's at least up and out of the way, and I can use it. Pretty much, shower and toilet. Eventually the toilet's going to fold up and then slide into the wall to use that space as well as possible. Rather than having to take the toilet out every time, it should just fold up and you've got a full-size shower cubicle ready to go. Back end of the truck then is the workshop, so not quite as pretty as the rest of it, but it is still a work in progress. Once I'm not building quite so heavily, all of these tools are either going to go up on the wall with the rest or into the cab if they're not used very often, just out of the way. And then I can get rid of this horrible workshop table, and that creates a bit of space to get the bike in. Really looking forward to that. Got the ramp built already, so that's on a rail, slides across, drop down, pick the bike up, pull back up, slides across, back out of the way. Just don't want to bring the bikes in until I've got that little bit more room. Sort of mentioned earlier, loads more wood there. Go on the fire, Now, this is the bit where I kind of lose the will to live, because the next area is just horrible. Being in such a tiny space and having not yet built all the storage, yeah, it annoys me because it's so disorganised. Tools, food, tools, food, clothing, motorbike gear, petrol, clothing, cider, sawdust. It's all a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to stop looking at it and just pretend it doesn't exist. Let's look this way. That's pretty much it. So all that's left to do is thank you for coming on this tiny tour of my tiny home. Press the buttons if you want to see whatever happens next. For now, thanks, see you later.